Bosasa Chief Gavin Watson had tried several times to prevent Angelo Agrizzi testifying before the State Capture Commission. That's what former Bosasa Chief Financial Officer Andries Van Tonder told the Commission today. The Commission heard how the CEO Watson was willing to reach any agreement with Agrizzi in order to silence him. The former CFO also detailed how they sourced cash from multiple sources. Before we speak to our reporter, let's listen to a clip from that testimony of the former Bosasa employee. Another one, Frans Vorster, also on the stand today, detailing how he was instructed to have cement delivered to a well-known businessman, Amscor CEO Kevin Wakeford's home. So Kevin Wakeford now implicated. Let's listen.
What happened during late 2009? We're still on paragraph 29.
In 2009, Gavin Watson called me and said that Kevin will speak to me and instructed me to buy and deliver wet and dry cement. Now, Chair, if I refer to wet cement, that is cement that you order that come in these big trucks that's been mixed. It's mixed according to your specification. So it can't be used by somebody else. If you don't use the whole truck full of cement, they would dump it somewhere. But that is what is referred to as wet cement. Now, I had to order wet cement from WG Wern in Randfontein. Now,
and dry cement would be cement that you can buy.
Normal cement, the bag of cement that you would buy.
Yeah, which is not ordered specifically.
That's not ordered specifically.
Okay.
So I had to place orders for, excuse me, if you wanted wet cement, you'll phone me. And
Mr. Wakeford.
Mr. Wakeford would phone me and say, Frans, I need 20 cubes or 30 cubes wet cement, and he would give me exactly the specs, what he needed to be mixed according to, and then he gave me a specific address where these cement need to be delivered.
So Kevin Wakeford implicated. Mzwanile Mbeje joins us now. You've been covering this for us. Implicated over cement, wet cement, but it's expensive stuff, isn't it?
It is, obviously. But it's not the first time his name is mentioned. And remember, these people who are coming here now are actually some of those whistleblowers that Agrizzi met. You remember when he was asked to persuade them not to blow the whistle, but they are going ahead anyway. That is why we don't know, for example, who's coming tomorrow, because they are somehow protected. So these are the people who are really blowing the whistle. I mean, Kevin Wakeford, as you know, so even Agrizzi did talk about him. So they have a very beautiful relationship with Gavin Watson. So I don't think it's surprising that so he had those benefits of getting the cement.
So Kevin Wakeford did say, I think he knew this was coming, he was informed. He did say he will clear his name, he will cross-examine, all of that days ago. But today it comes down. More names mentioned. We've heard about Mzwanile Mbeje before. So this is just adding to the detail, the daughter and the car. Tell us about that.
Well, remember that Agrizzi really gave wide-ranging evidence about a number of people, and of course the name of Minister Mzwanile Mbeje and the daughter was mentioned. So what basically Mr. Vorster did today was that he was instructed to hire a car for December, I think that was in 2015, and then it got extensions and more extensions, and then the money ran into hundreds of thousands. And then it was at the instruction of Gavin Watson.
Yeah.
So basically saying, you know, all those things were done so that they could make sure that Minister Mzwanile Mbeje is happy, because as far as they were concerned, she is very influential, or she was very influential. In fact, Mr. Vorster going as far as to say, not only with President Zuma, but also during the time of President Mbeje, she says anything she wanted, so they would all drop everything and rush there. So I think that's why perhaps it was easier for them that they would use their names to hire the car for the minister's daughter.
So the ANC has said that these officials should account for themselves. They're individuals, previously saying the ANC is not on trial here. But today we heard about the ANC call centre.
Very interesting. I think it was for the elections of 2014. Basically, Bosasa created a space at the call center for about 20 people, volunteers of the ANC, where they would do their business. I actually had the opportunity to speak to the acting spokesperson, Zizi, to say, I mean, these kind of allegations, I mean, you've been saying the ANC is not on trial. Never mind that it's your members in the main that are being mentioned, that are being talked about. So what is this? So then he said, remember, they are still coming to the commission. Perhaps when the president, because at some point the president of the ANC will go to the commission, some of those things they will be able to clear. And perhaps Minister Nomvula Mugana herself, at some point she was heading the elections, so she can be able to clear these things, because the relations between herself and Bosasa, as far as Agrizzi and these whistleblowers are concerned, is well documented. Maybe
it's more clear cut when there are state tenders. The best person should get the job, not the person who's bribing officials. However, with the ANC, I mean, with this call centre, are there claims of bribery, or is this business?
Well, you know, listening to the story of Bosasa, you know, Francis, is very difficult now. Even if they did something that was legal, it's very difficult to believe anything. So, given that at some point they did say that ANC Northwest did get funds from Bosasa. So if you hear the name of the ANC being dragged into it now, you can't say they got it in a clean way.
Yeah, because it looks like everything was
the picture that has been painted about the activities of Bosasa is corruption.
Which Agrizzi said himself. Everything's tainted. Let's hear what another employee, CFO Andries Van Tonder, said about the hush money that these employees of Bosasa would receive, that he received.
Some of the staff that was involved in the process of arranging for the cash, the administrative process, would receive an amount of cash every month as a bonus, if you want to call it like that. But it was not limited only to people that were involved in arranging the cash in terms of staff. Other staff members who wasn't involved in the process also received cash amounts every month.
Did you ever receive cash amounts?
I received 20,000 Rand per month, Chair.
In cash?
In cash.
That was in addition to your normal salary?
That is correct, Chair.
All right, so 3 former employees have given their versions, and a picture is being painted here. Would you agree, Mzwanile, finality, that either they all have a vendetta against the company and they're all lying, otherwise things are looking very bad for Gavin Watson and every name that has been mentioned here?
You know, my own perhaps conclusion to this, obviously, I mean, the judge will come to his own determination, is that there appears to have been a massive fallout within the activities, and I think if you are doing so many wrong things and it's a number of you, somehow things will go wrong, and that's why things are falling apart like this. And remember, Agrizzi made it clear that the fact that Gavin Watson wouldn't let go of the company Bosasa was perhaps the reason why he withdrew his resignation again. Remember, he had gone back because he'd been promised to be in charge of Bosasa. So the sum total of it, and other people are basically saying, so this is the fight between Agrizzi and Watson, and everyone else is involved because they were all in it.
And like you say, things fall apart for Bosasa. Thank you very much, our reporter Mzwanile Mbeje, who will continue following the Zondo Commission.